Hello, everyone, and welcome to the No Quitters Podcast, the best MTV The Challenge podcast in the universe. I am your host, Clem, and as always, I'm joined by my alliance in the podcast. We got JJ and Connor. What is up, fellas?
Just chilling, just thinking about the excitement of when frauds get exposed and, just how life is actually fair.
When JJ,
and I'm just thinking that if you're listening to this, nuclear war has not started, so that's good too.
When JJ had a little smirk on his face, I was like, "This is going to be good." I know JJ is getting a good digger in, and he always has that smirk. It is coming back on his face now as he starts his next sentence.
No. If I'm being honest, I missed the first half. I was at a charity event, so I was fast forwarding through, and I literally finished right as it actually ended. Catching up. And so the whole time I was like, I can't even tweet anything. I'm a couple minutes behind. And then because Jenna went first and got eliminated, earlier I was behind. I didn't have time to pause and, make all the jokes I wanted to. But, hey, listen, people who aren't good at the challenge get sent home from the challenge.
Yep. People who get home, sent home early, who aren't good, who made the finals their first 3 times in the challenge, made it to episode 11 last challenge. Yeah, not a good competitor, you would say. If, just blindly saying a team or an individual made it that far in their first 4 tournaments in anything, not very good. You're right. No, that makes perfect sense. Perfect sense. Connor, would you like to weigh in? I'd like to hear your 2 cents.
Last guy on the bench doesn't make it to the NBA Finals if LeBron's not on the Cavs. All right?
I would just pose the question that has Jenna just been skating by on her friendships with everyone and that everyone just likes her and brings her along?
She's the Anderson Varejao of the challenge.
I'll let JJ talk as much as he wants. Connor, if you even got close to getting half of Jenna's numbers in her phone, you would be the biggest puddle of goo of all time. I've seen the way you get around nice-looking women like that, so I'm not going to take this from you any longer. It was tough. Shout out to MTV. I admittedly was in and out, I was tweeting and watching it. I still didn't even know she really lost. My wife's like, "Who won?" She left the room for a sec. I was like, and I had to scramble. And then Kayla started screaming. I'm like, "Kayla won." I had no idea. That was just not a very well done elimination, I thought.
That was great. I thought you could tell that Jenna was eliminated from being covered in mud, from taking a mud facial, looking up with her mouth open, fucking breathing like only the Manning brothers do right out of her mouth. Took a goddamn facial, nice brown facial. 4
Super Bowls between those brothers, by the way. So that's good company to have. She'll be all right.
You got to give Kayla credit. She wasn't even at the top yet, but she used one of her little spikes to tip the mud over, which was a nice move by her, I thought. Smart.
Yep.
Because they didn't say you couldn't do that. So
I don't want to take it here, but I'm going to. If maybe Jenna had appeared on the podcast, maybe she would have, Kayla appeared on the podcast, she wins head-to-head. You want to say there's a no-quitters bump here? I'm not going to say you're wrong. I'm not going to say you're right either, but I'm not going to say you're wrong. That's all I can say about that.
Listen, Kayla was on the podcast. I saw her naked. I enjoyed it. I'm all Kayla over Jenna every day.
Yeah, you have to give Kayla credit.
Jenna, if Jenna gives us some rainbow cookies, I guarantee you guys change your tune if we ever go and visit that bakery. That's all I'm going to say.
Spoiler, I don't like rainbow cookies even a little bit.
I don't like you even a little bit. That's official. I'm so happy Corey put you in a body bag on Periscope in gift form. You don't like fucking rainbow cookies? Oh, I can't wait.
Clem came into this ready to play defense. Clem put the hands team on the field.
That fucking JJ smirk. I didn't honestly come in expecting to get just a couple roundhouses in the face, but when I saw that JJ smirk, my fucking inside's dude, you're about to get fucking killed. You got to defend yourself right now. Yeah, it's rough, but she's in the redemption house now, so it's all gravy. I mean, that's the thing. You even when you come at the girl, she finds a way to come back. She's Michael Myers. She's not the fastest. She's not the smartest. She's not the strongest.
She keeps coming.
She keeps coming. Don't make a Bruno joke, please.
Oh goodness.
We had that. So I guess we kind of start backwards. Start with the elimination round. That I don't know. That looked harder than I. So listen, little personal story today. Today, my water, my well at my house, my water pump just stopped working. I've called 4 plumbers. No one's coming to my house. I don't have water. I just pissed in a toilet that can't be flushed. I could put my hand through a wall and probably run to the top of fucking Mount Everest just putting my hands through walls. Didn't that seem like it was an easy fucking elimination? It was just made to look harder, or am I crazy?
I mean, it just appeared to me. I would originally thought it would be easy to get the stake through the wall, but it seemed just how they were doing it. There was only one little tiny hole, so it really just became a nuisance. I don't know. Didn't seem that hard. I guess just like put a stake and use it to climb. I don't know.
Well, no,
it was almost like if you tried.
What you got to do is chip away like drywall, basically, and then behind that there's a hole somewhere within that circle.
Yeah.
So I could see how it's a little difficult to do. Plus, like for some of them, you saw like they're trying to like reach. They're trying to go like as far as possible because you have to go down to get more stakes. So it's not like you can just be like, I'm going to build this ladder real quick.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You still have to keep going down. And you get tired doing that. So I could see it being tough. It would have been funnier if there was like, like someone thicker who had to do it. Like these were all like string bean people.
Mm.
But, throw CT on there right now, dad bod CT, or throw, like a Nisa on there. Or like Veronica, who was dressed like she was like a mom going to a Yankee game with like white jeans and the navy blue shirt with like the white trim. She was just like, yeah, we'll take you. No, you can't get another hot dog. Like throw one of them on there.
Yo, speaking of that, Jack, the last time you and I think, went to a Yankee game together, there was one of those moms sitting by us. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
They're at every game.
They're at every game. That's what they do.
Yeah.
So yeah, I could see it being tough.
Yeah, I agree. I think it was.
I also don't know anything that Clem said about that well thing. I have no idea what I'm thinking like a bucket on a string.
Let me tell you, I don't have any fucking clue about it either, man. My dad came, my fucking father-in-law is FaceTiming in. They're trying to tell me what to do. I don't know. I'm calling plumbers. They give me a quote for $100,000. I'm like, well, I guess we have to pay it. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing right now.
Wait,
so when you live, like I have an uncle.
Places?
Yeah, so when I have an uncle who lives way out in West New Jersey. When you live in more rural areas, they
Southern
just don't
Canada.
have. Yeah. Up in Canada where Clem lives.
Winterfell.
When you don't have the infrastructure in these older towns, they don't have water like we do in cities and suburban areas. They have wells that they tap into and pump the water into their homes.
Babe, never. Can't have that. I can't deal with this.
Yeah. Don't do it.
I can't have that.
Don't do it. Just go town water wherever you live if you move out of the fucking shitty city or anything like city area. It stinks. That's basically.
Do you have a sub pump then?
I don't fucking no. I don't. I don't think so. I have just a big old pump. The fucking water tank's empty. It's off. My wife tried to open the box to see what's going on. Sparks were flying out at her. We had to turn the breaker off. House is gonna burn down.
My in-laws have a sump pump, and like they live near a lake, and it'll like go on, and I'm like, "What's that?" They're like, "Oh, that's the sump pump." I'm like, "What? Are we gonna sink? Like, what is this the Poseidon adventure? I thought I just came to Jersey."
Shit, yeah, it stinks. It stinks. So I was ready to fucking like murder someone during that episode. The other thing is this season's going in slow motion right now. It really is. We have like
no one's gone home. You gotta smack a bitch to go home. That's all that happens. The only people who gone home have smacked a bitch.
And Ashley, who just quit, who I know is gonna somehow come back during this whole Redemption House nonsense. It's like it just doesn't add up. There's a bunch of weird shit going on. I don't like it one bit. The commercials are all over the place. I don't know when the eliminations are ending, the whole nine. Jemmye, I actually like Jemmye. I liked her going back to her season on The Real World. When she threw Jenna in, That was one of the more vicious throw. Like, I like when a girl gets a little catty with her throwing, and she was like,
Yeah.
Jenna. You know what I mean? But that's the other thing. They're pulling those X's out, and that's just like another 20 minutes of editing. It's all in slow motion. It just, I don't know. I think maybe I'm just getting old. Do you guys feel the same way that I do? I think maybe I'm just getting old and grumpy, or maybe the challenge was always like this, and I just never cared when I was younger. I don't know.
No, I don't like the pace. I'm with you. I just don't like the pace. I don't have the patience for it anymore.
Yeah,
so,
I'm on Twitter. I'm fucking doing this and that. I'm switching channels. If the Mets were good, I'd be watching them as well. JJ has you guys have the Yankees at least. It's just a fucking disaster. We had Nelson throw in Tony. Tony goes in, and Ammo just fucking runs him. And I think I thought this going back to the beginning. I said Ammo in his season. I didn't like him very much. He just seemed like a shady dude. But I think I'm Team Ammo now. I just like the kind of way he gets down. I think we have to be Team Ammo. Is that fair?
He's got like, there's no polite way to say this that's like politically correct. But him being whatever it is he is, because they never say if he's like trans or gay or like whatever he, she, it could kind of be, whatever, has like some bitch to it. And it's like, yo, I'm gonna fuck you up right now, like catty, bitchy, and that's dangerous. That's very dangerous, especially because like he's just been through more shit. Like Tony's always like, I've been through shit, and it's like, what have you been through? A ton of pussy? You almost drowned in pussy your whole life? Like, Ammo probably had rocks thrown at him.
He even said, when he was doing his interview after he won, he's like, this is for all the years getting picked last in gym class. And he says that kind of tongue-in-cheek, but growing up was probably difficult for him. He probably got made fun of. That can't be a fun existence.
Forget even growing up. Last week was probably rough for him.
Yeah.
And he had a big thing against his church too. So there's like religious shit coming into it.
Mormon.
Yeah.
He used to be a Mormon and rebelled from the Mormon church.
Isn't it crazy though that he's a Mormon? Now he's out of the Mormons. He's like the exact opposite, but he's still wearing magical underwear.
Yeah, the lacy underwear.
I thought they showed as he was going back up on the platform, they showed he had ripped his shirt to tie it up like that. I thought he had a whale tail at first. I was like, yo, is that like a thong sticking out? I went back. I rewinded for that. That's the only thing I rewinded for.
Yo, give him credit, too. He fell from – oh, go ahead, Jack.
Oh, and I rewinded to see the mud go on Jenna's face like 3 times.
That's fucked up.
Clem, do you think that is the first time she's had something fly in her face?
Nope.
I bet Bruno comes brown because he's homeless.
That's a complete
old mud cum Bruno.
Complete. I'm sure that's just a coincidence. You're bringing him up now. You're not implying anything happened. I'm not saying you're wrong about Bruno. I'm not saying you're right.
No, he got 2 knuckles deep. 2 knuckles deep in her on a plane, and he's got dirt all under his nails. Like he's been out in a field all day.
I see homeless people every day I go into the city, and they always have the worst nails in the world.
And they could fucking get your girl in no problem.
I'm not gonna try to defend it. I can't defend it.
At least she got with them. At least Bruno didn't dub her. I mean, you're out. Imagine that was the story. She was throwing herself at Bruno.
It's a bad
like when
look.
when a homeless person's like, "Can I have money?" You're like, "Hey, I got food," and they're like, "Nah, I can't buy booze with that."
Yeah.
Can't buy crack with that.
I can't buy booze with that pussy, Jenna.
Anyway,
speaking of pussy,
credit to Ammo for falling from the top and then still winning that thing, climbing back up in time.
That was Tony that fell.
Oh, it was?
Yeah, that was the whole storyline.
I was actually up to my getting something out of my refrigerator when that happened, so that's on me. I need to be better.
the shout out, the rare shout out to something you didn't see at all. I appreciate it. I appreciate it's the Barstool difference, as they say. Speaking of Tony and pussy, we had Drunk Tony in tonight's episode we had our first drunk night out, which is always, I don't know, the first drunk night out is usually a highlight reel of craziness, debauchery, the whole nine. kind of disappointed with it, if we're going to be honest here. We had Corey and Nelson. I don't even know what the fuck happened there. He like, Corey and Bananas were kind of talking shit to each other. Nelson tries to like jump out of nowhere, like stumbles all over the place, starts pushing a security guard. It was a fucking nightmare.
Yeah, I didn't understand what really prompted the fight at all. But
probably vodka, maybe tequila.
Yes, that's correct.
That was just it. Nelson
That's
was
correct.
just fucking stewing on some shit from like 2 seasons ago and was like, yo, he's probably talking shit to my man, even though I kind of stabbed him in the back last time. But like, we're boys. And I have this fucking 40-year-old goatee. And he was just like, I'm going to go at Bananas. Like, he thought that was the opportunity. But then he bitched out when he had the chance to put him in.
Yeah, that's true.
That was the thing about it. He had a chance to put Bananas in. Then again, he did get Tony eliminated, which is part of the Bananas Alliance. Tony and Jenna now going to the Redemption House is not the best. I mean, we already talked about the Bruno situation. I can't imagine the Tony situation is going to be much better. Darrell is probably... You think Darrell's happy if he sees Jenna and Tony coming in as like the next two? Because like he's already surrounded by a bunch of crazy people in there.
No, that just makes it worse.
I need just Darrell camera.
Yeah.
Like, what is he doing?
Reaction cam.
He's straight up just doing prison workouts. Like wall sits, and he's getting like, they might have weights there, but he's just filling shopping bags with water and just doing curls like that, like he's in the yard.
Yeah.
He's ready to kill someone.
Yeah.
Imagine getting one of the Reigns brothers sent home, and then like, here's the other one coming in the house, and he's like blacked out. Like, that look in Tony's eyes. We all saw that look in his eyes at Barstool, did we not? When he took his sunglasses off, he saw it. No one's driving the fucking car. Nobody's behind the wheel.
We're sitting here, and Cara Maria was like, I think it was Cara Maria was like, Tony starts drinking, and it was Anissa. It was like, and he just becomes another guy, and I just not even think, I go, you're telling me. My wife just started cracking up. I was like, he stole my beer.
After you drank it, you opened it and started drinking it, and he took it from your hand and slugged it.
He goes, yo, let me get a
you
sip.
guys had known each other. Like you had gone back years too.
Yo, let me get a sip. That's what he said.
Yep.
I mean, that guy wore a shirt that said Louisianimal. He lived up to every fucking letter on that shirt for sure. He called...
Going back real quick to the little scuffle at the bar. At what point in your life, maybe it was an event or just a certain age, did you realize fighting in a bar is no longer an option for you in life?
I'll let you know when I get there.
Actually, I remember I've never been in a fight in my life, but we were 30th birthday. No, it wasn't 30th, was it? Whatever. Around 30. We just went to like a bar at midnight just to like have a drink with a couple friends who happened to be around. And there was like, 18, 20-year-old, there's probably like 21-year-olds, not 18-year-olds at a bar. And they're like getting into a fight, and I'm like, I am way too old for this shit. So I'm going to say like 27 is when I was just like, seeing people fight was like, oh shit, I forgot this even happens at bars. So not even close. Not even close.
I hope I'm done. But you never know. Like,
well, here's the thing with you two. If someone did anything to either of your wives, I just feel like you'd be completely justified in reacting.
Yeah, like if someone like gave my wife tequila and then it opened up the fire hose of New Jersey that just spews out of her, and she picks a fight with someone, I might have to fucking crack someone. I've been in fights because of that.
Jack's wife is currently giving him the finger.
Yeah.
A little inside baseball there for you.
Yeah, she always gives the finger at the truth. That's her MO. That's like a sprinkler of Jersey coming out.
That's the Jersey starter pack.
We got to laugh on the podcast. I like it. Yeah. I don't. Connor, what about you? I feel like you just like. I feel like every bar you go to probably has fights in it every night. You're fucking still in the
Connor
young ones.
never does. Connor definitely never does because Connor's an upstanding like member of society unless you're a girl who wants to call back. But besides that, upstanding member of society, and like we'll talk down a situation. A guy wants to fight Connor. Connor might buy that guy a beer to be like, yo, hey, buddy, let's go. Like he's talking a guy off a ledge. But then there's also a bit of Connor that in the back of his mind thinks his hands are lethal weapons. Like it's a Jean-Claude Van Damme movie. And he's going to be like, oh, I haven't registered these this year.
Connor's like, I don't want to get in trouble like Nick Cage and Con Air. Like, I can't do that to myself.
That's exactly.
I can't disgrace West Point.
Yes. Yeah. Like what? Now I'm in a plane? In a plane.
Now I'm escaping from prison.
Cyrus the Virus.
Steve Buscemi?
No, you guys pretty much nailed it. No,
that's the funniest thing Connor's ever said on this show.
yeah, I could just leave it at that and not tell you.
So bringing it back to the bar, Nelson.
Nelson's like, he's getting hyped up. Like, really, he hasn't done anything. You know who's sneaky has just like kind of just gotten by so far? Derek.
Yeah,
Derek is so far under the radar. I
forgot he was there for a little bit, which is like, I'm trying to treat this when it's a big cast like this as like an advent calendar. Like, I know there's something new is going to come, like, as we get closer. So it's like, Derek, like, I'm still waiting for a big CT explosion at some point. Yeah, it's going to be, at some point I know that someone, either Nelson or Corey, are going to get sent home. And if it was Bananas that went home, they'd be like, yeah, fuck you. We fucking did that. When it's Bananas, he's going to talk to them like it was a lesson. Like, I guess we learned that everything, foul play is fair play on the challenge. Like some shit like he's writing a fucking T-shirt. And then there we go. A lot of things. And also, let's give TJ an Academy Award for terrible acting. And Tony, you got blackout drunk too? What happened, man? Like, I don't know. He left the house. You let him out of his cage, TJ? Of course he got blackout drunk.
Oh, man. And, yeah, that was probably my highlight of the episode was TJ just having the I'm disappointed, not mad kind of look. It was even sarcastic. Like, Tony, you got blacked out last night? Fucking great.
Oh, my goodness.
What are you doing, man?
What are you thinking? You have 2 kids at home.
The funniest part is like TJ Lavin is still like the guy, like the last guy in high school started drinking. Who's like, why does everyone do this? It makes you feel funny. It doesn't taste good. He's still doing that at the age of like 39 or whatever the fuck he is right now. It's incredible. Guy's a fucking angel. Drunk Tony also called Cara Maria. He said she looked like his mom, who was a 60-year-old. Did I get that right?
Yes.
Yeah.
That's correct.
It's a ballsy
I don't like
move.
that. I don't like that because we've met Cara Maria twice now, and like she's a dime piece.
Yeah, and she's a fucking
physically intimidating dime piece.
Not to mention she's been very nice to us, so that's not a nice thing to say about her.
Not to mention her ex-boyfriend's a fucking psychopath and will fucking eat your soul and your brother's soul too. So that was a ballsy move by Tony. I did not like that one bit.
Yo, I respect Tony's drunk food game, though.
Yeah.
Eggs are, playing with fire when you're drunk, it's not smart. But to whip up some eggs go well at any time of the day. So I respect him for attempting to and successfully making himself eggs. But what a savage move to just eat it with the spatula almost in one bite.
Tony is still in college while everyone else has graduated to like the next phase. Well, not everybody, but some of the people in the house have graduated to the next phase of life. Tony is still in college, man. I love it. That's what we did in college. Like my buddies would realize one day, like, oh, if we get blackout drunk, we can like eat eggs and it's not as bad for you as all the other shit. And that was probably a Connor move. I feel like Connor would have some late night eggs at West Point now.
Well, I couldn't really cook in my room, so it was whatever college I was visiting, whatever their MO was. So, Clem, if I came to visit you, what would we eat late night?
I mean, we would have gotten some pizza and wings, probably. Yeah.
Yo, what was that shit we used to eat back in the day?
Get
What
me
was
a
it
box
called?
of that shit we used to eat back in the day.
What was it called?
I wish I was like a secret savage like that. Like I was some crazy like fucking maniac in college. You guys had no idea, but I was the same pussy that I am today, so not much different. But no, we had a big egg phase where everyone just would eat eggs, but I have to have bacon and cheese in my eggs. I can't eat it without that. So we would have probably had a nice egg sandwich.
Did you guys go late night cheesesteaks down at Drexel?
Rarely. Like, honestly, back then, I might get in trouble for this. Like, back then, it was like, go out to the bar, get wasted, like, go home, have sex with my now wife, and, like, go to sleep. Instead of now, if we go out and we get drunk in the cab ride home, we're like, yo, you want pizza or Ben and Jerry's? Because, like, we just care more about eating now.
Yeah.
Like, that's your 30s. Like, if you're listening and you're in college or you're young and you and your girlfriend go out and get fucked up and then just go at each other, same thing, but with, like, a slice of pizza and, like, a beef patty.
That works.
Beef patty, Jesus Christ. There was no challenge this episode because it's like the slowest moving season in challenge history. I think that was about all for the episode, right? Is there anything I missed there? I mean, JJ, feel free to bring up Jenna losing again if you'd like.
Yo, Jenna lost? Oh! Yo, Nicole looks very different this year. If you just want now me to rattle off my thoughts.
Yeah, let's go.
Even when she's done up, she looks different.
She does. I agree.
I feel like it's just like too much makeup. And then also Jemmye. How do you say her name? Jemmye?
Jemmye.
Okay.
Jemmye. I don't know.
She shout to her, big shout to her. She was talking about cutting her hair online today, like short. I was like, don't do that. Like, you don't need that. And she was like, I think you're going to want to talk to me after, like, later today. And I thought she might meant the hair, but she might meant, like, yo, props to you for sending Jenna in. Like, way to go. Way to be the fucking hero that we need. Yeah, no, I mean, that's really what I got. Like, it wasn't like the ends of the challenges were great, but, like, it wasn't a like overall great episode, because like the drama was just a little stupid. It's like, oh, Tony's fucking drunk again.
Yeah.
Yep.
Like, you're trying to do something like different, or like Nelson, throw a punch, be a man.
Yeah, Nelson's very much a hold me back type of guy to fight.
Like, he shoved a security guard that was just like kind of standing around that looked like he was like a JV quarterback.
And if does Nelson, he's like a manager at a strip club, right? Like, if you're a manager at a strip club, wouldn't you have a little respect the biz moment? Like, don't make this guy's life suck, so karmically your life doesn't suck when you go back to the strip club and have to manage drunk idiots fighting. Isn't that kind of like a thing?
That's probably bouncer code.
Yeah. I mean, that's probably a thing
for people with brains.
You're not a fucking idiot.
You're not
when like this isn't like all your life can like amount up to.
Well, like Nelson said, this is a thing, an opportunity people would die for right now, to be on a reality TV show.
Yeah, well, he just makes everything so deep. Everything is just like, you know, the cadence by the way he delivers his thoughts, that this is a great opportunity. It's just like he thinks he is like Martin Luther King, the way he's delivering this shit. Yeah. And really, he's a shitty manager at a probably shitty strip club, like outside of Austin. Probably not even in Austin. And honestly, his facial hair fucking stinks. He looks like the guy from the Benchwarmers who's like, I am 12.
Yeah.
Yeah. MVPs, LVPs.
Yo, MVP, I think it's pretty easy. It's got to be Ammo for a couple reasons. Mm-hmm. He won. He knocked out Tony. But also in the beginning of the episode, when they're talking about what he was wearing out, and then you just see the clothes he's wearing in this house, you got to have some – well, I shouldn't say that because I don't know what he's got a lot of courage.
Courage.
He's probably got a huge dick. He's
got courage to not really give too many shits about what people think. Because I think that's something a lot of people say, like, oh, I don't care. But then they actually do, in fact, care because it bothers them if they were to hear something negative about themselves. He doesn't care. It's clear that he does not care with what he wears. Nope. And he's just comfortable and happy with who he is. So good for him.
JJ?
My MVP of the night, I just shouted out Jemmye, but I'm going to go with Kayla for just stepping it up and fucking dumping a bucket of mud of like what country are they in?
Colombia.
Oh, Colombian river mud, right down Jenna's fucking gullet.
Okay.
There's probably some remnants. There's probably some remnants of dead bodies from people Pablo Escobar killed in that mud somewhere.
Oh yeah,
it probably is.
She probably swallowed more DNA on that than the flight to the last one with Bruno.
My
MVP, my MVP is TJ because I don't know. I just really like. So, sometimes you just see him on screen and you're just like, oh man, I'm so happy this guy's back in my life. That's how I felt tonight about TJ.
He's got a great tan going.
That's what I was going to say. Actually, I was going to say the co-MVP of this episode was TJ's tan.
Mm-hmm. Hop on board, Connor. Get on the MVP train with me. It's all right. Copier. LVP.
Oh man, this one's tougher because I don't think it's Jenna. I honestly don't. I'm not just trying.
It's Tony. It's Tony. You continue to fuck this up. You Seriously. And your brother. Like even at the end there, where Tony was like, I don't know, maybe this challenge is not for me. Like I know we met him after, and he was all drugged up again, and maybe he just answers the fucking the availability call, drunk and on whatever the fuck he's on. But maybe this just isn't for you. Like, maybe it's not. Maybe just open a kissing booth. Like, that's your skill. That's what you do. Like, keep trying to go to, like, spring break to, like, promote, fucking whatever, student city tours. But this is not going to win you money. Unless they're like, it's a team challenge, and there's 10 people on a team, and, like, somehow the weakest link is the strongest link.
Like a Costanza, where everything is opposite, basically, challenge.
Yeah.
Connor?
No, I think it's Tony. And I agree. He needs to find a new line of work because this is not working. And he's got to be pretty close to food stamps for his children because he's only getting an appearance fee, and $30,000 probably doesn't go that far with 3 mouths to feed.
Mm-hmm. I'm going to go with, is it Marie or Maria? Marie. Simply because I forgot she was on the show, and then I was like, who the fuck is this
Who's Marie?
chick? She's on the show. Some blonde chick. She's on the show. I have no idea. I completely forgot she was on. I didn't even know she was on. It's like who was
I was surprised when they showed Brittany. I was like, oh, you exist.
Yeah. Yeah. Hunter, they're like, Hunter is trying to overthrow Bananas. I'm like, oh, Hunter's on this thing? That's right. I forgot about that fucking guy.
Are you sure he's trying to overthrow Bananas? Are you sure he's not just napping?
Yeah. We could also throw like the editors of the show. Like, this pace is killing me right now. It's killing me right. We're not going to be done with this till like the Super Bowl. Like, that's when this is going to outlast the NFL season.
I think I don't know if it's like the producers like aren't stirring up the pot. Like let fucking Nelson throw a punch at Bananas.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't want to see Bananas get hit, but I want to see Nelson punch Bananas.
That's a great statement. Just for the sheer fact that would add drama. That's genuine.
Oh, we got there late. Like when the elevator door's closing, you pretend to like hit the button. Like, oh, how can I? Oh, I couldn't reach in time.
Oh, I couldn't get him in time to hold him back.
Or like when you have cameras in every square inch of the house, and your camera crew just happened to be downstairs when a guy and a girl got into a fight, and you kicked them out of the house. Similar
That's
situation.
the Alabama State Senate. We went over this. Oh no! Yes, thank you for reminding me of that. I got an email from a listener. This is a great one. Remember how I went on and on about how I wanted to see the Shanes kiss?
Yes.
Yeah.
So I got an email from a listener named Ashley, spelled Ashleigh. I won't say her last name. I know I'm a week late, but in regards to your Shane dating Shane topic conversation, my name is Ashley, as it's spelled out, and I dated another girl named Ashley, Ashlee, as well for about 2 years. And our best friend that we always hung out with was also Ashley, spelled the traditional way with Ley. So I've been there, LOL.
That's the weirdest yet maybe sexiest sitcom I've ever heard in my life. Ashley, and Ashley. I kind of dig that.
But it's kind of great because, like, we're thinking of girls kissing. Like, they're all really hot in my mind, right?
Yeah.
Oh, definitely.
They're all not even really hot. They're all adorable.
Yeah, they're like the girls like on the keg that kiss. You remember that video, like that picture in college that everyone had in their dorm room?
Yeah.
That's what they all look like. That's Ashley and Ashley. So shout out to Ashley, and Ashley. And yes, and to make something clear, I knew that we had kisses in the past. We had a million tweets about it after the episode was over. I just thought we were talking about kisses in like the last few seasons, which I don't think there's been a gay kiss for a while, right? I can't remember the last one.
I didn't used to watch this. Like, I don't even know who Veronica is. So I
but she's still wearing that black and white shirt. You gotta love that.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. She's still putting that one titty out like that, letting you know, like, yo, this is two titties. This is not breasts. This is breast 1 and breast 2, and I got both of them.
And they're both bringing the heat.
I don't know about that, but, like, they're here. Yeah. So I forget what I was even talking about. Now I'm distracted by titties.
Girls kissing, titties, something.
Tight. So tight. Great episode, guys.
Oh, the guys kissing. That's what we were talking about.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Now I'm hard again. Yeah, I don't remember any guys like kissing, but like, yeah, who knows? Maybe they did. If they did, they didn't do it passionately enough. On reality TV, I need good, loud kisses. Like when you're watching like Basketball Wives or like Flavor of Love, really open mouth, really like, I want to hear smacking and like see tongues.
You know where there was some great like sloppy kissing was that show on VH1. Where?
High school.
High school.
Then as well. But that show on VH1 with Bret Michaels, Rock of Love.
Yeah, all those shows. I Love New York, all of those.
Yeah.
If it's on Bravo or VH1, there's probably sloppy kissing going on at some point, for sure.
It's great.
That's the best kind for TV.
So that's it. Looks like next episode, the Redemption House comes in. That's the other thing. I have no idea what the fuck the Redemption House is. It just looks like they're partying, the Redemption House looks like an awesome time.
Because they're just skating by and they get to come back.
Yeah.
It looks like the Redemption House is just Darrell being the most miserable RA in the world.
He's just lifting weights like, I want to kill. Like when he said, I want to kill Corey and like knock that like that curly haired fuck out or something like that. I was like, yes. I mean, the only way Darrell has a problem is if Corey arm wrestles him. Because if we know one thing, it's that Corey is 1-0 in arm wrestles that I've ever seen, arm wrestling matches.
Yeah. I mean,
Clem, do me a favor. Clem. Quit taking out your sadness for Jenna's lack of ability out on me. Okay? Please.
If North Korea said we're going to shoot a nuke unless you can have someone beat us in an arm wrestling contest, and I had to pick between Connor and Corey, I'm picking Corey for the country. For the country. I think everyone else is too.
You guys, that's ugly.
You know what?
I should have tweeted Corey to thank him like for Purple Heart Day yesterday. Like, thanks for just coming in. You're a hero.
We're gonna have to. I'm gonna tweet that poll out tonight. I'm tweeting it out. If North Korea was launching a nuke based on the result, then you could choose who to have your side. Would you have Captain Cons or Corey? We'll see what the listeners say.
It's up to the people.
It's up to the people. Fair. At No Quitters Pod on Twitter. Follow us. Vote there. I'm putting it up tonight once this episode is over. Maybe I'll just pin it to the top so it's always there, so we can see the results once they're done too.
And even if Connor wins the popular vote, he might lose the Electoral College.
Me and JJ are the Electoral College. Anything to plug? I think I might have cut off Connor last week. So do you have anything to plug this week, Connor? Any good causes?
No, but we raised $50,000 last week, so that was cool.
Good man. What'd you say, JJ?
What was last week's?
The 5K for my charity. We raised $50,000. Nice.
I right before this, my charity hosted a Narcan training thing. So
what's that?
It's like basically like the EpiPen for like if someone's ODing.
Oh.
Like I'm like certified now. If someone's ODing, I can save a life. And I immediately came home and smoked a bunch of weed.
Do as I say, not as I do. Right? Yeah.
It's like I don't do heroin.
Haven't done that in years. All right. So thanks for listening. And as always, don't quit on us. We won't quit on you.